Now for our featured story of the day. PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, is predicting Bitcoin smashing 150,000 this year, end of the year. And next year, this same cycle, he can see Bitcoin hitting $800,000 per coin as per his latest post on X. So let's break this down for you. Let's start right with the tweet that sparked the controversy. He just shared this on June 10th, which was yesterday at 5:18 a.m. Already 737,000 views. He wrote the following: my best guess Bitcoin scenario for 2024 to 2028. 2024 end of the year, $150,000, which is 0.15 million. Now, this is what got our attention. In 2025, next year, same cycle peak is ultimately saying 0.8 million per BTC, which is $800,000 per Bitcoin. Then 2026 through 2028, he sees a correction of Bitcoin going down in 2026 to 400,000, which is half the peak target of next year. And then in 2027, dropping a little more to 300,000. And then in 2028, bouncing a little to 400,000. And this, I would assume, is pre-halving, as the next halving event is scheduled to take place probably sometime in March or April of 2028. Let me know if you agree or disagree with these predictions. Obviously, 800,000 stands out. There's not a lot of analysts predicting that high for this cycle peak. I'm in agreement that we see that cycle peak next year in 2025, as I've been calling here on the show for quite some time. My personal prediction for a cycle peak, which I believe will occur next year, just as PlanB does, is anywhere between 220,000, or I should say 222,000. That's the number I've been rolling with, all the way up to 750,000. So this is pretty much in alignment, just a little more bullish than my personal prediction. He also points out alongside the chart, this scenario that you can see in the pink dots would fit stock to flow 3 power law model perfectly and would be a bit higher than the 6 type power law models. So he's showing you the power law model right next to the stock to flow model, which do share some comparisons. Now, someone wrote 800,000 2025 need the market cap of 14 trillion, 10 times more than now. Is that realistic? PlanB responded, yes, 800,000 is a 16 trillion market cap, up 14 trillion from the current market cap. But remember that we do need 14 trillion inflow of new capital for the 14 trillion market cap. There is a factor, so we only need 1.4 trillion or even 140 billion worth of new capital. And some other recent tweets he shared. I like to use both the power law and the stock to flow. Both are just curve fits, charts below. Data supports both the high R2, but that will change. The power law equals diminishing returns. 210,000 top, 70,000 bottom. Stock to flow equals exponential returns of a 500,000 top with 100,000 bottom. No need to debate. The time will tell. Now, even Jurian Timmer, the head of macro over at Fidelity, chimed in regarding PlanB's recent post. Now, if you're not familiar with Jurian, he officially has one of the most bullish Bitcoin price predictions we have ever seen. Now, considering he works for Fidelity, one of the larger asset managers, which currently holds roughly $4.5 trillion in assets under management, he is on record saying the Bitcoin can hit $1 billion per coin by the year 2038. In fact, we've covered this prediction numerous times here on the channel. That's why I remember it so well. And he just recently wrote, below is the stock to flow for gold and for Bitcoin. While gold stock to flow has been stable over time at around 60, the stock to flow for Bitcoin has been rising exponentially. A big thank you goes to PlanB for introducing me to Bitcoin's unique supply dynamics. He also wrote, Bitcoin's future supply curve is coded into its structure. Growth rate is cut in half approximately every 4 years. So we don't know what gold's future supply looks like. I am amusing that gold stock to flow will remain around 58, given its stability. New production averaged 2% of outstanding supply. He also points out that, interestingly, we have arrived at the point in history where Bitcoin's stock to flow is surpassing gold's stock to flow. They are both around 57 and 58. He wrote this back in February of this year, just FYI. But that will change quickly with Bitcoin's next halving coming up this spring. And lo and behold, we got the halving on 4/19, right? And he also shared here in this chart, I line up gold and Bitcoin's market value vertical against the stock to flow horizontal. Now we can really see the exponential versus linear dimensions of Bitcoin versus gold. Some good insights there. And I'll read you one more of his recent tweets from February. The way I understand it, the stock to flow math holds that the price of Bitcoin experiences the same exponential increase with every cut in supply growth, the halving every 4 years. While that has been the case since Bitcoin's inception, I doubt this will continue in the same order of magnitude as we approach Bitcoin's hard cap of 21 million. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree with Plan B, as well as Jurian Timmer of the head of macro over at Fidelity. Now let's dive a little deeper into this particular headline. Plan B issues a bold prediction for Bitcoin, in which we just talked about that bold prediction being $800,000. According to Plan B, the Bitcoin price will close this year of 2024 trading at around $150,000, coinciding with exponential returns. And then he further noted the Bitcoin price will reach $800,000 in his best case scenario by the end of next year, 2025. After which the crypto analyst expects Bitcoin price to get trapped in a bearish outlook until 2028, until the time of the next halving. That's right. Specifically, Plan B believes the Bitcoin price will close 2026 trading around 400,000, in 2027 around 300,000, and about 400,000 in 2028, which is 0.4 million. Previously, the analyst pointed out that the power law, which emphasizes diminishing returns, has signaled a Bitcoin top of around 210,000 and a bottom of at least 70 Gs. On the other hand, the analyst has indicated the stock to flow model indicated a top of at least 500,000 and a bottom of over 100 Gs, baby. However, the analyst indicated that the figures are set to constant change depending upon the actual price in the coming months. So we'll see how that is likely to play out. The overall demand for Bitcoin has remained relatively high in the past few weeks, fueled by notable cash inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs, as we noted earlier in the show. And according to on-chain data from Glassnode, approximately 22,600 Bitcoins worth $1.57 billion were withdrawn from centralized exchanges last week. We also have the recent approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong, Thailand, and Australia, which have significantly improved the overall Bitcoin sentiments. Furthermore, the crypto regulatory landscape in major jurisdictions led by the European markets such as India and the US have signaled the inevitable mainstream adoption of digital assets as well as Web3 products. So let me know your thoughts regarding Plan B predicting end of the year this year. We would see a Bitcoin price all-time high of 150,000, and next year for 2025 a whopping almost $1 million price, which I believe, if we did, hypothetically speaking, hit his peak cycle high of 0.8 million per coin, then we're clearly going to hit 1 million easy peasy over the next few years. Let me know your thoughts on all of that and all of this, and I'm going to read these comments out loud. Whew, that was a mouthful. Let's hope Plan B is right. That would be superb. Amen, Ricky. We all praying he is right. 100% with you on that. I'd like you all to know that I'm okay with 800,000 Bitcoin by 2025. I can deal with it. Amen. Almost $1 million per biddy. It just sounds sexy. I'm just saying. 1 million per biddy, bro. F a roaring kitty, a boring kitty. We got Nipsey. $1 million biddies. Just saying.